Welcome back, guys. I'm here with a tutorial today. There's a lot of people trying to make dioramas, a lot of questions to be answered, and a lot of tutorials to be made. So I'm going to start off with the basic tutorial today about how to cut bricks that go in scale with Marvel Legends. Alright, so what we're starting off here with is a 4x4 square, 4 inches by 4 inches. And so what you're going to need is you're going to need this insulation foam. If you don't know where to get it, you can get it at Lowe's and you can get it at Home Depot. It comes in pink. In some places it's blue. It's all the same. The other thing that you're going to need is a ruler, either an X-Acto knife or a snap blade, and something to draw on the foam. You can either use a pen, a pencil. It's really your preference. A lot of people like to use the fine tip Sharpies because it won't leave an indentation, so if you mess up, you can kind of fix it. We're going to start off by marking every ½ inch across. As you can see here, I've already started, marked every ½ inch. I want to show you guys that. Basically why I do this, it's going to line up the bricks. So when you draw a line across, it's going to make a straight line because you're going to connect the dots. The other way you could do this is invest in a T-square. And basically with a T-square, your leading edge on the T-square has to be straight or your lines are not going to come out very well. That's the only thing about that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down. This is a ½ inch. I'm going to go over here in the center and mark every ½ inch as well. So ½ inch. And I'm going to do that a couple more times until I'm satisfied, all the way to the top and bottom. And I'm going to come back with that step already done because it's kind of hard to do it on camera. So I'm going to cut straight to that right now. Alright, as you can see, guys, I made 3 lines and each line is going straight across ½ inch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over this way. It just makes it easier. You could do it the other way if you want. I'm just turning it over and I'm going to put my ruler on the 3 dots and line it up. And then I'm going to draw my line. As you can see, it didn't come out too straight because I'm doing it behind the camera, but of course you guys are going to have the space to line up your dots and score your line. You can skip this part using the actual felt pen or the marker, and you could use an X-Acto knife or your razor blade, because ultimately after this you're just going to score it with your blade anyways, and then you're going to run either a pen or a pencil through the lines to make the grooves deeper. I'm just doing it this way so you guys can see me actually making the lines and you guys can see how they're placed and everything. I don't want to do it behind the camera, me holding an X-Acto knife. So now I'm going to cut to a part after I'm done lining up all these lines and drawing them, and then we're going to get right back to that right now. Alright guys, we're back. I finished off the lines. So just to recap, the first step was mark every ½ inch down. Let me hold it this way so it makes sense. Every ½ inch down. And then I made corresponding every ½ inches down this way so I could line them up and make the lines. Let's turn this way now because it's going to start looking like bricks pretty soon. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to every, so say we're going to start with this line. So this is every other line. You're going to make these marks that I'm going to show you right now. So this first line, you're going to line up your ruler on the line and you're going to mark every inch. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So we got the 1 inch right here, 2, 3, and then here's 4. And now we're going to do that to every other line. So basically, we're going to go this line, we're going to make the marks. We're going to skip this line, and we're going to make the marks on this line as well. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we got this line marked. We skip this one. We mark this one. We're going to skip this one, and we're going to mark this one with on the 1, on the 2, and on the 3. And the same thing. Mark this one, skip it, mark it, skip it, mark it, skip it, mark it. So this is the last one we're going to mark. So we're going to mark 1, 2, 3. So yes, it showed up on camera pretty good. All right, so now that we got those marked, we're gonna actually line up our ruler. Let me get this in frame for you guys. We're gonna line up our ruler on the marks that we just made. So this is how you're gonna get those straight lines. So remember, we're marking one straight down, we're skipping one, we're marking one, we're skipping one, we're marking one, so on and so forth. So now that we marked those, I'm going to mark the rest of the ones off camera because it's a lot easier, and we're going to come back to that step. So I'm going to jump cut now. Alright, we're back. I got them all marked up. A lot straighter off camera. So, of course, you guys are not going to have a camera in front of you and all these lights set up. So, you guys could take your time, and the more time you take on it, the straighter the lines are going to come out. This one didn't come out too straight. But this is a tutorial. So now the last part to finish off these bricks, it's already starting to look like bricks. So let's just recap. It's a 4x4 square. The first thing we did is we marked every ½ inch across. That's what these corresponding lines. And then we turned it this way, and we marked every inch on every other one. All right, makes sense. Oh, should be more like that. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up our ruler on every inch again. So we're seeing where we put our marks before, and now those lines that we skipped, we're going to do every ½ inch between every inch. So say this is our corresponding 1 inch right here. So this would be ½ inch this way, and this would be ½ inch this way. So now we're just marking every ½ inch. Does that make sense now? So the first line, we're marking every inch. The lines that we skipped, we're marking every ½ inch now. So we're going to do that to this one now too. Every ½ inch. Okay. Same thing as this one. So all the lines that we skipped before, instead of marking every inch, we're marking every ½ inch. And I'm going to do that last one off camera. And then all you have to do is after you mark them all, you line up those dots again, and then you go, okay, since this one already has the markings, all the ones that we skipped before, we're marking them every ½ inch. See, isn't that starting to look like bricks already? So I'm gonna finish this up, come back. Here we are with our almost nearly completed bricks. So all we have to do, like I said in the beginning, if you skip using the pen or the marker or the felt pen in the beginning, you use the X-Acto knife, then you already one step ahead. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our X-Acto knife or your snap blade or your box cutter, and we're going to score these lines. So let's see if I could get this in frame for you guys without my hand being in the way. But basically we're going to trace these lines with our X-Acto knife. We're not going to cut too deep, we're just going to do a shallow cut. Of course, you could use your metal ruler for this so your lines come out crisp if you're scared of freehanding it. So you're gonna do all the lines that go across the bricks first. This is just the order I like doing it. And after you get all those lines that are going across, you're gonna do the ones that go from the top to the bottom. Just gonna score them with your blade. And after you do all those cuts, you could grab, a lot of people prefer a dull pencil, or some people prefer the pen. Either way, just depending on your preference and how you want your bricks to come out, just use what your preference is. Right now, I have a pen. So remember, I cut this line. I just want to demonstrate this to you. You just push it into where you cut, and then you just push down and run your pen across. And you get those nice clean grooves. So when you black base this, you're going to get a lot of paint going in there. It's going to help you out. Just to demonstrate the parts where I cut from top to bottom, I'm just running the pen through there. I'm going to finish this up off camera so I could cut off all the bricks and you guys are not bored. And we're going to jump back to it and we're going to see the final product, all done, all carved out. Alright guys, here it is, all done, all cut, all beveled. That's pretty much it. If you guys want another tutorial about how to make this more battle damage or weathered before you start painting, if you guys want painting tutorials, let me know down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to leave a like and hit that sexy subscribe button. What other? I also cut this one. No, I didn't. Alright, back. Fuck.